some of them might be mooring stone holes, but certainly some of them are something different. And
Absolutely.
Let's not give opponents ammunition to dismiss everything. Let's just call them what they are, and nobody can argue that they're all stone holes.
It's kind of like the Newport Tower. They can be multi-purpose.
That's right.
Depending on what period you're talking about. So they're not lighting up our switchboard here, Scott. I guess you've got them all convinced.
Well, I think people are sleeping.
The chat room is packed.
Oh, yeah.
So, Scott,
Well, do you guys have any other questions? You know, if you don't, I do have a comment that I would like to say, if you don't mind. You know, one of the things I think is very important is that even though, you know, I've written this book, and, you know, with Dick and the one I wrote just now, I have to tell you that there are so many people that have contributed to the research that I published in this book. And, you know, the one thing about this, you know, these mysteries that we're talking about, this diffusion and early cultures coming over to North America, it takes an army of people to research this. And it's just really been such a great experience to work with many of the people that you have already spoken with and people you're going to talk to today that have all collaborated and helped me, both professional people and just everyday people. And it's really been a fun and enriching experience, and I want to invite anyone and everyone who is interested in this topic to dig in and work on this problem, because there are so many. I mean, the avenues of investigation are endless. And what I'm hoping is that not only the amateur people and professionals that are open to this, but some of the people that have been resistant in the academic fields to reach out and help us, because I think we've got enough good material here that there's too much going on here to sit here and say that, you know, Columbus was the only one, you know, the first one that was here. That's just ridiculous. And there's so much work to do. This is a lot of fun. It's just a great opportunity for anyone and everyone. And I want to thank everybody who's helped me and continues to help. And I'm happy to help other people too. This is just a great thing. And I tell you what, guys, this conference is tremendous, and I just hope that it continues. And this is a lot of fun, but it's important work as well. So let's keep it going.
Okay, well, we do have someone on the switchboard here, and I believe it is William Smith.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Oz. Hi,
Good morning,
Scott.
William.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, William, how are you?
Hi to the audience out there. First, Scott, I want you to tell that I got right now 6 of my Thor members are here, and we think your TV series, your work is outstanding, and it is probably the backbone for diffusionists in future, and obviously always will be. There's always going to be controversy and questions and things, but we think you've laid the foundation for everybody to build on. I just wanted to thank you, and I wanted to be on record to let you know that the Thor Group is very, very pleased that you have dedicated your knowledge, expertise in rock, understanding stones. We have obviously a lot of questions trying to identify stones here in Ohio and some of the activities that's went on. But I just wanted to thank you, and I wanted to pass that on from the Thor Group.
Well, hey, I sure appreciate that, William, and I'm happy to offer whatever assistance I can to anybody that's working on, you know, lithic or stone artifacts, inscriptions, whatever. I mean, one thing I do want to say is I don't want to portray myself as the person who's got all the answers, because in many situations we simply, for a number of reasons, you know, we just can't always get answers, but oftentimes we can. And one of the things that's really critical for doing a proper investigation and analysis on weathering of stones is the history or provenance and provenience of these pieces. So anytime anybody that's looking into something, anytime you can get the background or the history of where these artifacts have been, what the environments were like. Were they in a museum? Were they buried? Were they, at the top of a church? Whatever the case may be, that history is critical. So, I definitely want to pass that along, but it's incredible sometimes the amount of information that we can get when we look into these pieces, and I'm happy to help anyone. It's
very good, and
the door's open.
I know that, and I'm sure you're aware that I'm working with a group at the Newport Tower, and if you get a chance to get out there, on the north side at the top is a triangle stone that is we think it's a Masonic sign. Of course, it's 28 feet up in the air, so it's kind of hard to see the specific tool marks on the side, but it's directly in the north position, and it's the only triangle symbol, Masonic symbol, on the outside at the top of the tower, and just want to encourage you to take a look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the triangle certainly is a Masonic symbol, and it's actually a very important symbol that is ancient, actually, but it is a Masonic symbol, and it the one thing about these symbols, certainly Masonic symbols, that people should keep in mind is that more often than not, in fact, most of the time, they represent multiple things, usually a symbolic meaning behind it, but also a practical meaning behind it. There's usually some practical function that it serves in addition to being, a symbol of some type of ideology or thought or principle. So if there is and I don't doubt that there is, if there's a triangle up there, then it serves a practical purpose as well. So, keep those things in mind when you're looking for those things, and not just in the Newport Tower, but in other places where clearly, ancient man or early cultures have been.
I'm working with Dr. De Silva and a couple other folks, and hopefully we'll come out with some information on the site later about that. But I'm going to go down and listen to the last of your presentation. Excellent work, Scott.
Thank you,
Scott,
William. I appreciate it.
We have come to the end of our hour with you, and I'm very sorry to say that, but
Goes fast, man.
All right.
I know that we can look forward to a great deal of future work from you. I've seen a couple of the hints, and I'm very impressed so far. And I'm anxious to see the finished job or help you if you need it.